Hi everyone, this is Sarah. So I'm better at speaking than I am at writing. I have all my notes in my book here to help me aid me in this video. So I'm going to talk about sonnet number 29 and just kind of what I'm gathering from it and the obvious things, like the meter and stuff. The meter is it's a typical Shakespearean sonnet. It's got the 14 lines, the 3 quatrains, the rhyming couplet, A, B, all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go through this kind of like the first 2 couplets together, and then the 3rd quatrain, and then the 3rd quatrain and the rhyming couplet separate. Because I feel like the first two quatrains really are somewhat similar. He talks about his, how unhappy he is with his life, in my opinion. He's got that sullen mood that he talks about in the third quatrain. I feel like the imagery is really important in this. The imagery meaning the imagery itself, the personification, the metaphor, the simile, it's all in there, and I think that's what kind of gives this story the feeling and the depth, or this sonnet. So, the first 2, I feel like he's talking about how he feels like his fortune disgraces him. His fortune is disgraced in men's eyes because he has no friends, he has no love, and I feel like love, like all Shakespearean sonnets, is the theme of this, meaning without love, you're not really truly happy in life. So he talks about how, he beweeps his outcast state, meaning he's sad that he has no friends. He weeps about it, and he says, "And trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries," meaning he cries to God, to heaven, the heavens, about how unhappy he is with his life, and he feels like he's not heard because things aren't changing. And so this is where you're going to see some of the personification, in disgrace with fortune. Fortune can't be disgraced because it's not a person, and trouble and deaf heaven can't be deaf. But that's how, I feel this would give it the feeling. So that's the first two quatrains. He's second one, he's comparing himself to someone else, someone he wishes he could be, someone with friends, someone who has, he desires someone else's skills and someone else's abilities, and he wishes he had them for himself. And then the 3rd quatrain, I think, is where it definitely takes a turn for the better. And it's mostly with his simile and imagery. He compares his feelings to a lark. And a lark, I feel like, is a bird. And a bird symbolizes freedom. It symbolizes flight, escape. And he says that, like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth. Sullen earth indicating, or sullen in general, indicating his general feeling from before. His sad feeling, his gloomy attitude, that kind of thing. And how his newfound love allows him to escape, like the lark, from, that crappy attitude from before. It says, sings hymns at heaven's gate. So I feel like sings hymns and heaven's gate, more imagery than anything else, really lets us know how happy his love makes him feel. That, he compares it to heaven, and heaven's a pretty great place. A place most people would want to be. And so, it describes how wonderful he feels at, that he has love. And then the rhyming couplet at the end, "For they sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings." Okay, sweet love remembered such wealth brings. I feel like that means love is true wealth, not money. Money can't make you happy in life. Love can make you happy in life, whether you're loving someone or they're loving you, or both happening at the same time, preferably. I feel like that's what he's talking about there, and that's when the theme really gets tied in with everything from before, and it's really, that's when it hits home what that's supposed to mean. And it says that then I scorn to change my state with kings, meaning he wouldn't change the love. He wouldn't give the love he has now for, you know, all the wealth in the world or for something better in life, meaning now that he has this love, his life is, you know, it's all as good as it can get, you know. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. If you have any other comments on, if you think, you know, you have some differing opinions or whatever, let me know. I'll also be writing everything that I'm talking about down below because I'm not sure if she will accept the video. Hopefully she will. I feel this is a little more personable than writing. But yeah, let me know if you have any other comments.